You know, okay, everything is fine. Alright. So, let's take beginner. Reese. Kevin. And Duran. And 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Oh no, X before, then Y, then reload, which is too early, then this. Alright, so somehow the game decided not to give me a second 100%. Okay. Let's ignore that for now and just focus on the run. It's not gonna matter. I hope. Nah, it's not gonna matter. The only thing that's gonna matter is that, well, the fight was a bit slow. But here the point is to have a run down, not the best run. Obviously the best run is gonna come with time, so what we're looking for is consistency. Alright, with that the prologue is over. I just have 2 additional cutscenes to skip. And we should be fine. One and 2. Now let's escape from Jad. Alright. Now I have to get into town. Oh, I shouldn't change the text language to English for the marathon. Let's pick up this 10 gold. Oops. Bit too early. Evolution. So we get additional strength and conflagration, and we equip it. We have Charlotte here, gives us her backstory.
クウェンデルに着きました。いよいよ光の司祭様にお目にかかれるんで。緊張します。ここまで連れてきてくれてありがとう。さあ、オメガ坂にのお越しを。
Lost a bit of time because of that. I really shouldn't turbo in this menu. Make the same mistake every time. Whatever. There's an ability we'll equip later on our third character, but for now it's not useful. It's an ability that gives us an additional 30 HP, which we're tanky enough for now. Plus, we need to avoid damages during boss fights as much as possible. Now we needed to say no to Charlotte. Dameyo. Nice. I managed to skip a fight here. And by skipping, I mean not having to run away from the fight, just not trigger it. Just not triggering it altogether. Also skipped this fight, so very nice. And now for a boss fight. That's a lot of beams, which I do not like. And split. Okay. Alright, so now let's escape from this grotto with a little bit of slight boost. One, two, three. 1, 2, 1. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. No. Now for the big fights. Provoke and counter, you get payback and bonus AC. Jump on that and get a slight boost, but let's be very quick about that. And here you don't get a slight boost because you have to go this way. And the slight boost will just hit you far away from the gate, making sure you don't say yes, otherwise you lose so much time.
俺もお前たちと一緒の船で、ところがだ。ウェンデルでその病を治せるのはピースって神官だけだっていう。
グレンの魔導士を倒すまでフォルセナに帰らないと決めていたが、まさかクラスチェンジもせずに。まさかこいつらオルセナに攻め込むつもりなのか。したこの場で何とかしないと。参りますオイラ参りますオイラ参りますオイラそこです参りますオイラオイラあと一手が一気に型をつくぞ。
this could have been better because I forgot to enable my ally CS. But this was a very good fight otherwise, with a very good CS combo swaps.
他にフォルセナに行く方法がないか聞き込みしましょう。必ず何か方法があるはずです。
Like 1 or 2 mistakes, but it never costed me the no damage fight, so not gonna complain about that. It's annoying because we're only like 25 minutes in, and I'm already full stress. I really want it to be like the best one I ever did, but this is dumb. I really don't need to give myself pressure like that on the first run. Like, it's gonna be bad, it's no big deal. Well, more like, if it's bad, it's not a big deal. It's the first run, it doesn't have to be good. Can I skip if I go the big way around? Yeah, okay. Not sure it would save time, but okay. Alright, I'm gonna use her CS for the next fight. In hope they are gathered enough. Yeah, they are. Okay. Perfect. And she's gonna gain enough for her to reuse it on the Batmo fight. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So this time I'm gonna make a change in the dwarf village. Instead of buying a sword upgrade, I'm gonna buy a spear upgrade, because I realized that Duran doesn't contribute that much. Most of the job is done with Reese, because she's the one I'm most used. I use combo swaps more, so by muscle memory she's the one I swap to and deal additional damage with. So I'd rather give her an additional damage with an upgrade. And this doesn't change the gold route, because every weapon here costs approximately the same. I believe some weapon only cost 340. No, don't talk to this dude. Ah, I'm stuck. Yeah, so I think 1 or 2 weapon only cost 340 instead of 50, which is less. So it's not an issue. It wouldn't be an issue anyway. I don't think there's a weapon that costs more than. Okay, back to her because I need her for this fight. I didn't get the last one. Okay, that didn't work either. This fight is bad. So, that happens. That's why I need to calm down. I must not let this kind of fight depress me. Let's just chill.
火薬どうしましょうか。ワッツさんを追いかけてもう一度交渉しましょう。ノームさんが行方不明
I can set up a goal. Maybe I shouldn't have. I mean, I already had that goal since I made the training, but I shouldn't have written it on for the first run. Run, please. Here I'm gonna break the CS spot, and this to get 40. Look, I'm gonna skip this fight because I got the no damage on the golems. Alright, then when I enter the next room, I have to enable CS usage. Oh, I rolled too early. That's unfortunate. Too early or too late? I'm not sure, but alright. This was still a pretty nice fight. It's a shame that I got hit by mistiming my dodge. But it's not that bad. It's just a 300 EXP deficit on my route, so... One thing to note is that EXP routes in this game are not really accurate. And not that accurate, because you get a lot of different bonus for winning a fight, depending, well, if you get hit or not. If you killed enemies with CS, which, talking about it, reminds me that I have to disable it. And whether you defeated the enemy in less than 10 seconds or 30 seconds. So, in every run you get varying amount of EXP in each fight. It's not a lot, especially in the start, but on the first hour of the run, it's it stacks. As you can see, plus 15% because no damage, 10%, and 5% for clearing the fight in less than 10 seconds. Here it will only be a 5%. Thanks for that bat mode that decided to come inside the CS. That's why I used it. Oh, you're supposed to die. Alright, so I have to be the highest possible. No, it didn't work either. I still need to find the setup for doing that slight boost. So I have an idea of which fight I'm going to do to compensate for that no damage that I missed. I can skip that. So here I'm gonna dodge the fights in the first area because I can, so I'm gonna do that. Also I'm gonna switch to Kevin to deal damage. And move together please. Thank you. It's this way. And now Kevin is level 11, so no, I'm gonna unequip Provoke from the run. This way I'm gonna get targeted and lose HP on purpose, so I can trigger Conflagration. This Conflagration is an ability that allows me to deal 15% more damage if my health is under 30%. If my current health is under 30% of the maximum. And that's what we're aiming for the next boss fight. Unfortunately, if we level up, we get a full heal. So we're not gonna have the level 12 for the next boss. We're gonna this fight too. I need you. Ah, this was a bit late. And this was absolutely mistimed. Ah, not a good fight either. Alright, so I'm low life, this is very good. And if I die with Kevin, it's gonna be a time loss, of course, but it won't matter that much because if a character is dead at the end of the fight, it gets resurrected with 1 HP, which means we will still have the Conflagration set up. The issue being, there's a chance I get hit by some silly circumstances on the next boss, which obviously I don't want to because that would be that would make me lose EXP. But if I only have 1 HP, it's gonna kill me. This is not very safe. So if I have a bit more HP, I can probably survive. Yeet. So here we're gonna save this castle, the castle of Bolsena, that is under attack by the mages of Altina. And what we have to do is basically not ignoring all the enemies and just going to see if the king's alright. Which, spoiler, he is, but not for long if we don't move quickly. Well, there's no time limit, but he's threatened. He's getting threatened. By the story. All right, so now the castle is saved. So here we're gonna talk to this dude, which is the brother of Von Voyage. This dude also has a cannon that we can use to go to another to go back to Maya. Unfortunately, it's not ready yet, so we have to make a little detour in town to wait. Alright, so we have to speak to 4 people, plus 1, so 5. first we're gonna talk to this dude in the library. Then to this old man in front of the tavern. And then to the fortune teller up there, who's gonna get a little spook because we have a fairy with us and she is very scared about that. Meh, a fairy like that. Ah! A fairy! Oh, go away! And close the door behind you. And now the cannon is ready. As you can see, it's here, so I'm just talking to him. And he's gonna send me back. Alright, so we're gonna have to take the golden route again, so we're gonna do the same fight we used to do, except we're gonna do additional ones because we're not gonna go to the same place. If I'm fast enough, I should be able to do the 4 zombie fight, but considering how things went in the Mulberry Moors, I don't think this will be the case, so I have to do another fight somewhere. Also, I'm low enough in HP, so... Up, move here, very good. No, don't move away. Alright. The zombies is a fight that scares me a bit, so I'm gonna... Yeah, that's And for the next fight, using Reese, so she can gather the enemies. Yeah, these fights are a bit slow, so it's gonna be daytime very, very soon, before I reach the zombies. Like, the zombies are not far, they're just behind the breach. Oh! Well, that was good. Then, okay. Oh, not what I wanted to do. I forgot that this doesn't work. Let's see. Yeah, okay, that's the limit of this. Hey, my EXP rod is very fine. Okay. So I shouldn't have to do additional fights. Yep. Okay. We're very in a good pace. Alright, so the boat's not ready. Again, something I have to take that is not ready. Yeah, the fight was not very good. As you can see, the I'm losing time on this split.
幽霊ですか。
It's gonna be red. I have to talk to one other PC.
いいですよね。
But this is fine. This is not a
お母様。
a overall delta. It's just on the split.
来るかい。
Bam 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 bam. As you can see, I'm still 1 minute ahead in this chapter. Okay. So now we have to talk to a few PCs around town. Yeah. Let's go in the inn because there's an NPC here. It will tell us about Guest Hall, which is the next dungeon. And then we're gonna talk to this lady because she's one of the Amazon. And she's telling us that the Amazons are still alive. They are in a hidden hideout in the mountains. So that's where we're going. Alright, so here let's not do any fight. With a bit of luck we can dodge the fights if the enemies are not are positioned properly and are not rushing towards us at the last second, which they are prone to do. Alright, so here I'm gonna hug this wall because I need to go this way. I made this mistake before of going to Guest Hall before coming here. It took me like a whole minute to come back. That was very sad. It was a very good pace during the training, and I messed everything up with with this silly mistake. Alright, so around the bed there's 60 gold and there's 440 in this chest, which amounts for a total of 500. Why did they not just put them together? I do not know. So we have to talk to a couple of Amazons around here so we can trigger the next cutscene. And the last one, strategic reunion. Alright, done. I'm gonna open this chest because there's free chocolate in there. Chocolates are healing items. They heal for 500 HP, which is a lot. Double what we have currently as max HP. It will be especially useful later, obviously. Especially since we're gonna have very soon the game is gonna give us 9 candies, which are healing items that gives 200 HP, which is way more interesting since we have just the HP levels that are just above 200. So. Alright, so now we're back to Bizzle, to Baize, and we're gonna have to use the night market, which is open because it's night. Sometimes, when you're playing casually, it may be daytime when you enter this place, which is unfortunate because then you have to use the inn. But in the speedrun, it should never happen. A bit sad. I didn't get any claw, Molbear claw on the way. Now we have to take the boat, which costs 270 gold. And on the way back it's gonna cost 210. Which we have just enough. Just enough. Oh, I'm gonna keep the house a bit split like that, but I'm gonna move the toy hammer split ahead by moving it to speaking to Don Perry. I think this should be more a finer split. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm just hoping that Kevin is not gonna get hurt. I should play Kevin here because I really don't want him to get any more damage. And there's another one. So I should be able to dodge this fight, but somehow it did not happen, which is unfortunate. This one, on the other hand, is another story. So you have to be very careful not to get hit by the assassin ants, because not only do they deal damage, but they also inflict poison, which, well, just like in the other game, deal damage over time. It cannot kill you, but as I said before, I do not want to end up with 1 HP if I can. Alright, so I need to find Don Perry, which is absolutely not the old man I talked to when I entered the village. And he's telling, so I asked him, where is Don Perry? And he answered, I don't know, why don't you ask around town? So once again, we have to talk to a few people around town, because the game said so. Especially this time, it's especially annoying because, like, these NPCs do not tell us anything. Like, they're just saying, maybe he's walking outside, I didn't see him, and things like that. And once you spoke to these 4 dudes, you can find Don Perry, which is the old man we talked to before. Fun fact, he knows what the fairy means, what having the fairy means, and also he knows that we have the fairy, so he knows that the world is in danger and still decides to prank us. Because priorities, I guess. Alright, let's move back to Kevin. Alright, it's easier to dodge the attack on the way back because you have way more space to move. This one, yeah, the wasp, the assassins decided to move away a bit, so I can dodge it by going left. This one is an unavoidable fight, and there's 2 assassins on your back. But this is fine, as long as you make sure to roll enough time to put distance between you and the ants. Alright, so now I have to get back to Palo, so I can get up Heaven's Way and go through Guest Hall to reach the next boss. And in Guest Hall we're gonna have 2 additional fights, and if everything goes well, after Laurent I'm gonna have maybe 1 fight, but not more. Da-da-da. Hup. Alright, so with Kevin, we're gonna make the climb. And this one is gonna attack me, yep. Fortunately, the escape, you can move sideways when you're escaping a fight, as long as you're touching and moving towards the line. You're still in the escaping mode. This can get a bit tricky later in the desert area because of the moving sand. So here, this is the thing I was most scared of. This 4-needle beak can just trap you up there, and because this let's escape is very finicky, I think that's the word. It's quite tricky. You cannot move properly on it most of the time, and you can get trapped and killed. Which, well, is a time loss, but as I said, this still may allow you to have the setup for the conflagration. Alright, so here's a cutscene because the statue that used to block the entrance to the guest hall has been destroyed. So Reese is shocked. We're gonna have another let's skip around here. We're gonna go on the right. Alright, so this fight is done. Then I have to do the last fight in this area. The 2 imps. And I hope I don't get hit. They can be I can sucker punch you. Ooh, that was very close. I'm gonna pick up this armor upgrade for Reese, just because it's here. It's not necessary, especially in beginner, but you know, making sure your allies can survive is always nice. Oh wait, I dropped an item seed, so if I get lowered down to 1 HP, I can come back up without losing time. So here, I have to re-enable the CS, then not evolution, equipment. I get personal style, and Duran gets provoke. And in the next area, I need to make Duran use the cookie, because forgetting to use it would be very bad. And now I'm gonna ask you to use this on yourself and to use this on me. And you're gonna need to heal Duran. I need to roll away. This is the bad attack. When she does it, when she's charging this attack, she has feathers spinning around her, and this deals damage. This is very low damage, but damage nonetheless. So, yep, please do not kill him. Alright, she's using Supersonic, which is very good. Alright, so I want you to use the last claw on me. Very good fight. Very, very good. And now I have to use a magic rope. I did not drop any magic ropes, so I'm gonna have to buy one in the desert town. And get out. And once I'm outside, I need to disable CS usage, so they do not waste theirs on the boss. And I'm gonna do a few fights around here. Yep. I did not eat the little beak, unfortunately. Oh, very nice, the run. That's not something you see every day. Duran helping. His combo threw the imps at me, so my combo could finish it. That's a thank you, Duran. You rocks. All right, so now this is the saving the kingdom of Laurent. I'm picking up 3 Cup of Wishes, which are the reviving item. They get you back to full health, and also 9 candies. So since I had to use the 2 on the Harsipit, I'm down to only 9, which is fine. There's no issue with that. Up until now, I've never had any issue with not having enough supplies, so I hope it's not gonna start today. The imps can be quite a bit annoying when they don't decide to group up. There's another fight I'm gonna have to do, which is just before the end of this area. Here the knight decides to move here, but that's fine. There's a cutscene we skipped with Okai. And now we're gonna go for the last part of this area with an unskippable fight. And now I'm gonna go straight for the bosses. Please do the ledge skip. And here we're gonna pick up these claw, elemental claw for the next boss. And here we're gonna enable this again. Nope, not him. And equip the upgrade, the sword upgrade for the run. And I should not miss anything. Yep, the run needs to be same targets. It's better to make sure you don't forgot something on this boss and lose a bit of time. Just because. So unfortunately he used the traps just in front of him, so the run is gonna roll around a bit, and I'm not gonna be able to combo swap with him. I'm gonna have to ask you to heal him. So now Zenoa has summoned allies, unless it's not been skipped. So I really like if Duran could approach me. But But you know, if it's dealing with the enemies are not attacking me, so I'm getting I will get to them. I need you to use a clown on me. I need you to... okay, you both... So this fight is now getting very dangerous, because I do not have weather damage. I'm gonna have to use this on him. This is very unfortunate, and I'm gonna lose time. Yep, it's pretty much what I expected here. Oh, this is the worst thing that could happen. Missing a claw because your ally decides to get hit during. Oh no! I skipped too early. Also, I got hit by a fireball, so no bonus damage. So the issue with this boss is that he attacks very fast and has a lot of HP and has no weakness and do pretty much what he wants and can deal debuffs. So I'm gonna have to ask you to do nothing because you're gonna get hit by shurikens. So now my allies are inflicted with defense down, so we're gonna take additional damage. Oh no, that's not me. You need to use it on. Alright, so I'm gonna use this staggered state to make sure I get as much CS I can. That's very good. I'm gonna have to ask you to do that. Shurikens are the most dangerous attack because you can get shotgunned by it if you're right in front of them. Oh. This fight shouldn't take that much longer because I'm gonna stagger them very soon. Yeah, here. There, the other one. Alright, so obviously I'm losing time because of that claw issue. And everyone's level 18 except for Reese. Which means I don't have many fights to do. Not many fights to do in order to get her level 18. And now that we're done with this, we're gonna disable CS forever. They're never gonna be able to use CS anymore. Which is good. Alright, how much XP do you need? You need one more fight, so we're gonna do the 2 imps. Okay, perfect. Also, Riz has 100% CS, which is very nice for the boat. Because there's a mandatory fight here, and having Riz open the fights with her CS1, gather the enemies around, in one point, and you can wail on them with Kevin easily then. Alright, so making sure you don't get pushed away by this wind. Well, you don't get pushed away, but it's hard to move against it. May I dodge this fight? Yes, thank you. I cannot dodge this one, however, if I dodge the first this way. This one is on the way, so I cannot dodge it either. I'm gonna pick this up because I don't think I dropped one. It's a dream read. This fight is slow and well, it gives a bit of XP, but not enough to be worth. And Reese is level 18. Perfect. So now we're gonna do the class change, and starting with Duran. And now when we change class, we have choice between light and dark, which has no impact on the story. This is just flavor. Well, let's call it flavor text. And basically, you don't get the same abilities depending on the class you get. Neither you get the same stats. So here we're gonna put all three characters in that dark path. Because for Reese, she will learn the debuffs, so we will be able to debuff the enemy defenses. Kevin is gonna dark because that's where he did the most damage, and Duran is gonna dark because he is gonna learn the elemental sabers, which allow us to deal elemental damage with our basic attacks. And now we're gonna do the training. So evolution, you get 9 and 9. You get 9 and 9. And equipment, you get super stat down, and you get ambush 2. And yeah, that's all. And then I use magic group to escape from here. So now we're done with this. We're gonna have to go to this place one more time later, way later, for another reason. But for now we have to go back down and go back to Valsina to learn where the other elemental spirits are. Switching to Kevin because Kevin has the best slide boosts when you're going down like that. Whee! Whee! I call this yeeting yourself. Unfortunately, when you slide boost very close from enemies, Kevin gets into his fighting stance, which disable which disable running. So you have to continue with rolling, chaining rolls, which is a bit annoying to do. Especially if you miss time one, you can lose time because your character stops in place. And we're gonna take the boat because this is free and we love free rides. Who doesn't like free stuff, honestly? Unfortunately, this is free because this is not a real boat, this is the ghost ship. And fortunately for us, on the ghost ship we will find Umbra, or Shadow, or I don't know what the English name is, but the dark spirit. And this fight, I'm gonna open with this, because then you see the enemy groups up. by switching to Kevin. There. And I'm gonna switch to Duran because at the end of this section we're gonna have to split our party, or more like leave one of our members behind that will not be able to take part of the next fight. And this is why I did not set up Duran's training point yet, because there is no reason to. He's not gonna take part of the next fight, and the one after is not gonna. It's not gonna matter anyway, even if he's here. You're gonna see why. And the reason we choose Duran is because he's our third character, and being our third character means he has the most amount of EXP because of the amount he started with. And we're gonna need to reach level 38 at one point in the run. And leaving the third character, the second companion, so the third character behind, allows you to need less EXP. Well, require you less. This level 38 goal used to be an issue for early on when some of us did not go for grinding to level 18 before the boat, because sometimes if you didn't get enough no damage bonus on the bosses, you did not reach level 18. So here, a little bit of up. I messed up. And by messed up I mean I just did not swap. So now Reese is silenced, which should not last too long, I hope, because otherwise she's gonna not be able to... What is it? It's here. Alright, I wanted to jump, use a power attack, and he's gonna use he's gonna use that. It's unfortunate. If I had Reese doing her attack, that would have killed him, but unfortunately I did not. So I gained time, but I could have gained more. I could have saved more. Alright, so now because we've freed the Dark Element Spirit, the ghost ship disappeared and we are left stranded on an island, which is Buka Island. A volcanic island, whose volcano is gonna explode. So we have to flee. And we got to find a way to flee, and to do that we're gonna use the scav. And here we can let's keep this way. I'm gonna pick up this healing items because never too safe. Especially because we'll run this the day after tomorrow. No, in 4 days. And no, 3 days. 3 days. Yeah, there's no 31 in this month. And well, better be safe than rather be safe than sorry. There's nothing too noteworthy in this area because this is just well, since we're level 18 now, we do not need to do any more random fights unless we have to. like the one on the boat. So now we're gonna avoid as many fights as we can. There will be one other mandatory fight that is not a boss on the Lembloom Forest, but otherwise we're done with these kind of things. Nope. I should have taken the time during Gorva to open additional CS jars, because I would have loved to be at 200% at the start of the next fight, but since this is not the case, I'll have to make do with that. I don't think there's a jar around here. Oh, there's one outside and I missed it. I keep forgetting about it. Because it's not on the fastest path, so of course I'm forgetting about it. Let's go. Let's move a bit to the left to avoid this fight. And here we're gonna just have to go through them, because they're on the way, so I cannot avoid them. Ba-da-ba-da-bam. Bam, bam. Ba-da-ba-da-bam. If my lives get damaged, it doesn't matter, because I'm gonna have to use a gold statue before the next boss anyway. Due to the abilities I'm gonna equip to the run. Yep. We can somehow dodge this fight by hugging the right wall, despite like being almost 1 centimeter away from an enemy. But this one doesn't see us, so yeah. Well, good for us. Alright, so this part is over. And now we got a few cutscenes to skip. And here's Veskav. Goodbye, Veskav. He gave us an ability, which is HP boost 2, which gives 60 additional max HP to a character. And we're gonna use that very soon on the for the next boss. Alright, so here we're gonna have to speak with the king, because we want to know where the other spirits are, and he's also gonna give us the most important item of the game, which is Veskav flute. The flute allows us to call Veskav when we're on a beach, so Veskav is the best character of this game. Quick cutscenes to skip. So now we know that one of the spirits is in the desert, in Fiery Gorge. One is in the the Frostbite Fields. Another one is in the Werewolf area, and the last one is in the Lembloom Forest. So these are our 4 next targets. There's a bit of choice you can do right now. We can choose to either go to the desert or the snow area, and we're gonna start with the desert, because here we're gonna pick up a chest that is a weapon upgrade for Kevin that is better than what we can buy in the shops. Even if the boss is harder, and these 2 bosses doesn't gain power if you do them in 2nd position, having the claw is more important than the additional level or 2. Also gonna have to do a bit of shopping in the desert town, because I wanna buy healing items. So here I'm gonna open a ring menu, set a shortcut to the flute and use it. The shortcut will allow me to use it immediately without having to go through the ring menu. which is very nice. This is especially nice to have with the spells, because in the original, when you use the spell, you had to open the rig menu, which pauses the game, like here, and then use the spell, which pauses the game, unlike here. And here, not only using a spell does not pause the game, but with the shortcuts you can use them without breaking the rhythm of the fight. This is very nice. Unfortunately, because Kevin is very, very broken, magic did not have a massive impact on speedrun. It does a bit, I believe, in 80%. Well, it used to, at least. I don't know anymore with the recent patches. But yeah, because we can use magic to well, the ultimate magics to stun bosses. I'm gonna focus a bit. And yeah, magic. Okay. I'm gonna do something also. I'm gonna empty a slot on my ring menu because I don't want to have to go through the inventory if I can avoid it. So I'm gonna use the item seed here because I'm not gonna use it. It's a very low HP heal, even if it's on the whole team. But we're not gonna use it, and we're gonna keep picking up this a few gold around here, because the money rot is not over until almost the end of the game. So here's the claw upgrade. Very, very important. And we have to do this sledge skip. Well, we don't have to, but it's nice to do. Pick up additional gold here. I'm gonna pick another one, get another pickup on the way back. Yeah, I got aggro by the left enemy, the enemy on the left. Here, where are you moving? This way, so if I go here, I should avoid the fight. Yes, perfect. Now if I go around here, very good. But here, the ducks can decide to aggro me, but no, they moved away. Very good. These enemies, as long as I hug the wall, should not aggro me. And I have to jump above this to gain time. And somehow I did not wake up the enemy, so I did not get into a fight. And I'm gonna get into the fight because this one is moved it to me. And here, I have to open the menu, go to equip. Kevin, you get this. Duran, you get HP 1, HP 2, strategy. Duran, you do not attack. And let me heal you. Alright, so you do this. The idea is that Duran is gonna aggro the enemy as much as he can. I have to absolutely avoid Suiton. This is the worst attack I could get hit by because it deals an attack debuff. So that means I have to use waste a CS to just get it back. And I want to use CS at very precise time. Alright, division is happening now. So here I'm gonna charge up a power attack. And I messed up a bit because I wanted to switch to Reese here. So she can do this. And here. Oh, I know what I forgot. Alright, this is fine. This could have been faster, but I keep forgetting to reapply defense down once they split. which is the most important thing to do in this fight. Especially because you can use the couple AoE CS that are very powerful if the enemies are defensed down, are debuffs. Oh, I got into this fight, so I may not be in the cycle anymore. Let's see. I got the cycle because the other fight that usually gets me did not. Alright, so very good. Here we got to go through there, but there's a ninja that appears on my way. Same thing here, there's too many enemies in a small space, so I cannot really touch this. Here we can do this, like that. Sometimes when you try to skip cutscenes, it does not skip fast enough, so you have to skip every single one of the text box that spawns. Well, not text box, but like animations are loading sometimes, even when they shouldn't. So, yeah. So here I have to remember on the way back to pick up the 200 buried gold on the ledge. I'm gonna slide boost off. I'm gonna break these spots. Well, I got one, but that's fine because I have enough CS. I mean, having more is always better, but as long as you're above 200% with the start of fight, you're okay. You can make do. Yeah, dodging this fight on the way back is almost impossible, unless they really want to let you go, and but this never happened. Let's jump on this, and here we're gonna slide boost and try to avoid this enemy. Yeah, okay, I thought he was gonna attack us and make us go into a fight, but somehow no. And I'm not gonna complain about that. Certainly not. Alright, so we have to jump to be faster here. And go back into town. When you're in town, your allies are split into the town. You can speak to them for a bit of trivias and lore, but that means you always get back to Reese. Well, you always get back to your protagonist, and this is why setting up the shortcut for the flute on the other characters is pointless, because you cannot use it. Aside from like the Golden Road and the Lumbloom Forest, but almost every other area is in the town. So yeah, here we're gonna go around the world because the world is a sphere and not a plane. Who would have known? And here there's a... Now it's snowy, and it's very cold. Alright, so here we're going to do a little bit of menuing. So evolution, you're going to get 4 strength. You're going to get 2 spirits. And you're going to get 6 strength and 9 spirits. And Reese is going to get counter. So now Duran knows his first elemental saber, which will be effective against the next boss. Because this was pointless before on the ninjas, because the ninjas resists elemental damage, most of them, and every element that Duran can use. So that's why we don't bother teaching him this yet. Because this way we can just give him all his points in one go, and this is faster. Alright, getting stuck in the walls is not very nice. And this magician being here means we get into the fight. So would I be able to dodge this fight? Yes, I can. Yep. And not this one. Yeah. I think I could have if I did not run into the tree and lose time. But it's not important. Alright, so here Duran is still in support only, which is very important because remember up, and this I have to use this on. I hate when the targeting doesn't work. There. Then you do this. So here I need you to immediately unpetrify Duran, because this is very bad. And then I want you to do this. And Duran is going to do this. I need you to do this and this. No, this should be fine. The Stone Cloud is very dangerous because of the petrification it can deal. And to gain time in this fight, you have to make sure you hit multiple golems at once with your combo. This was a bit of a slow fight. Could have been way better, especially because I noticed that I ended up with a full CS. Could have gone with the additional ones. Also, I almost never hit two enemies with a full combo, so with a power attack, the combo. With a finisher. Let's call it a finisher because that's what it is. Alright, so now we're gonna go see some werewolves. Lugar, for those who played the original game, is gonna remind them very atrocious memories of a boss that just decides to annihilate them because he wants to. He just decides that it's the right thing to do and he does it. Because on the original game, Lugar was programmed to counterattack every magic and special attacks, so class strikes, with Suzaku's Guidance, which was a very, very hard-hitting AoE attack that hits the whole screen. And that means that basically if he uses this attack, you're dead. So you had to make sure your allies do not use their CS, and you do not use magic against this boss. Aside from debuffs, I think debuffs were okay. But aside from that, Lugar is yeah. However, in the remake, the Lugar is an easy boss. Very easy. Because you can lock him. And that's the best thing you can do in this game. Lock an enemy. You're gonna understand why. So for now, we're gonna have to well, use the flute. I was a bit slow. Usually the time change happens when I'm on the scav. Ba-da-ba-bam, ba-da-bam, ba-ba-ba-da-ba-bam.
ブースかブーさん、次はスキオの森までお願いします。
スキオの森の獣人は手強いらしいから気合を入れていくぞ。
So this is daytime, which is bad for Kevin because he cannot transform into a werewolf. Fortunately, the place we're going, the werewolf area, is a special place where it's always nighttime. So this sets the time inside the game's data to the beginning of the night, unlocks it here. So when we'll be going away from here, once we're done with this place, we're gonna be able to still do the next boss during the night, which is very good. So here I'm gonna buy so the sword upgrade and the spear upgrade. I'm trying a new gold route here, so I hope it doesn't. No, not this one. This one. Then Duran gets 9 strength, and he's learning Attack Saber instead of HP boost. Attack Saber is one of the most important buffs in the game. It allows Duran to... It improves Duran's elemental sabers. They cost additional MP to use, but they also increase the damage dealt by allies with sabers by 15%, which is very, very good. There is another one later when he's gonna go with his third class. That is Attack Saber too, and it will increase the cost even more, but also it will increase the damage by an additional 25%, and the both can add up, so you have a 40% bonus. Alright, so let's go with... I did not set the run back to always attack. I need to do that before the boss. Fortunately, I have cutscene here to skip first. After strategy, Duran is going... Duran is going to attack. Let's go. I have to use this on this and this on him. As you can see, because the CS is going on, Lugar gets stuck into a damaged animation, so he cannot react. Oh, I got hit, and hit with a defense debuff, which is not too bad. He's gonna get staggered soon. There. So we're a bit unfortunate here because he decided to skip his Moon Saber, which means yeah, this is bad. I'm not sure what went wrong in this fight. But yeah, okay, still gain time, so we're fine with that, but a bit disappointed. We've gained a very important ability here, so we're gonna go into training immediately. We're gonna give Riz 6 strength, and Kevin is gonna get full attack. And we're not gonna replace this, we're gonna set payback here, which I should have done earlier. And here we're gonna replace Conflagration with Beast Roar. Beast Roar is an ability that gives Kevin 15% more damage against bosses. No other condition. Only bosses, but always. Which is, of course, way better than 15%, but only when you're low life. I'm gonna break up these spots before going away because this gives more CS. And now, because I've bought an upgrade for the run right now, I won't do what I usually do, which means buying a upgrade for the run in the next town. Which is why I'm gonna save money on the long run. And if I did my math properly, it means that when the benevolence appear, and I'm gonna have to do the first shop during the benevolence, I'm not gonna have to sell a weapon. And as you can see, it's still night time. Alright, so here I'm gonna switch to Kevin and skip a cutscene that opens the path, which was closed before. There's another cutscene here with Charlotte. And we also skip it. And here, just after escaping from this fight, I'm gonna give Reese the ability to use her CS freely, because there's a mandatory fight here. I want her to use her CS2 immediately. And also, Duran, you're gonna do this. And that's perfect. This is how you want the fight to go. If she does not have 200% but only 100%, she will gather the enemies, which is also fine. And you can pile up Kevin CS1 on top of it to make sure everyone dies. So yeah, as long as she uses CS, it's very good. However, that means that she does not have enough to use her CS2 at the start of the next boss. Alright, so here I have to focus to dodge the fight, so left immediately. Ah, was too late. Then right. This one is easier, and this one I can't dodge it. I even have to sometimes jump to avoid some things. And here we are in Dior, which has the elf village, but no one wants to talk to me, to us, because we are not elves, and they hate humans and werewolves. Fortunately, we can talk to the elfin elder, which is okay. He wants to talk with us. He's telling us to go away, but he's talking to us. And after a bit of the talk, he's gonna go, well, okay, you're fine because you have the fairy with you, so I guess you're here to save the world. And oh, hello, Charlotte, you're here too. Oh, wait, let's. Oh, you're nice people, so okay. Here I'm gonna buy an upgrade with Kevin. Alright, so Guild Divine is a nasty boss that can mess you up very badly, because he can deal. He starts with a couple of ads that can lock your allies in place, they use they summon spider webs, then slow their movements, and the allies never try to move away from these. So this is bad, because then the enemies, the boss can just decides to use a magic on your ally, and he cannot dodge it. Alright, so you are all well enough. So now I'm going to heal you anyway, because I need you to be able to cast a third saber later, Duran. And if you're not full MP, I don't think you can. Let's go with this, and death down, and this. Can you use your CS, please? Thank you. I'm gonna break these spots so I can give back my CS. Also, the saber did not go on the right target. And once the boss gets his head down, it's not gonna be invulnerable anymore. So I can do this. And here's the bad thing. Duran is stuck in the boss leg, so he cannot move. I'm gonna have to... I'm gonna have to use this, and... Alright, so I should have used more CS, but... Okay. Now that this is done, I'm gonna... So we're dodging the fight to leave this place. I'm gonna switch back to Reese because the beach is deleted down, so I'm not gonna be switched back automatically, and I have to be on the left here. Okay, so let's follow the path to success. I have to make sure also that I don't get hit by these spells, because usually these are sleeping spells, so I don't want to be inflicted with sleep. That would be bad. Well, not game over bad, but a time loss. So we are at speedrun, so time loss equals bad, obviously. We're doing fine. This is here. We have a lot of cutscene to skips, and this will mean black screen for a while. Do not worry, the stream is going fine. So this split, I'm not gonna. This chapter of the game, I'm not gonna win a lot of time because there is no fight. It's just going from point A to point B. But what matters is the next chapter, the chapter 5, because it's a chapter where the benevolence gets released, or the destructive god beast, something like that. I don't know how it was called in your the English fan translation. But yeah, how many? I have 2 left, so this is fine. Okay, don't have to pick the other one up.
に頼めば後を追いかけることができるかも。
Alright, this is the last time we are calling the scav. Because we're gonna have Flammy now, which is way more interesting, obviously. Even if the scav is because honk. Honk honk. And now we have to climb here.
天の頂へはローランド城から進むことができます。急ぎましょう。
We're gonna have to go all the way up to Laurent because the dungeon we need to go is located behind it.
私たちの邪魔をしないでください。
逃げようぜ。
Alright. This let's skip went fine this time. Just have to make sure here that you don't get into fights because that would be a few seconds time loss. But we're almost there. If you can remember, I did these zombies when I exited the castle because it's just behind, but we can't see it yet. Alright, so we're gonna ask politely this Amazon to open the path for us.
リース様、どうかお気をつけて。
And she does not question anything because Riz is with us. Otherwise you have additional text box, but she still opens up the path because well, remember you helped save Laurent, so you know. So here there's a lot of corners to get to gain a bit of time. But that's pretty much it. Ah. I'm gonna break the jar on the left because it's a CS jar. And skip this fight by jumping over here. Then we cannot dodge this fight because the knight is blocking the way. And this one you can dodge it if the imps doesn't block your path. But here it did, so... There! "21 seconds. Okay, so I said that there's no time to save here. Well, not a lot anyway, but that must have been a very bad split. Wait, this is gold? Oh. What did I do until now? Alright, so Mana Sanctuary. We have a couple of skip. No, there's only one skip on the first... there's one on the first... on the first Sanctuary and two on the second one. Okay. Yeah. Here you have to jump on this. And then double attack, roll, and you skip a bit of the path you had to take. Sorry. The skip is easier to do with Riz compared to Kevin because Riz aerial attacks conserve her height longer than Kevin's attacks does. It's not. It's just a little bit, but it's enough to make the difference. And I'm not switching to Kevin for one specific reason: is that here you have the Mana Sword, which is the sword for the protagonist. And Kevin is not the protagonist, despite being very useful. And now we've met with the Mana Goddess, and the Mana Goddess gave us the drum that allows us to call Flammy. So she will now be our main way of transportation. Oh, it's night time, and because of that I'm gonna get into a fight? No? Okay, perfect. I was a bit scared because when the day-night cycle happened, when there's a switch in day-night, the enemies position gets reset to their initial one, and sometimes you can get into a fight because the enemies are moved on back on your way. Here I'm gonna escape the fight just as I've escaped, turning back a bit to activate the shortcut. That's why these pillars are glowing with little blue lights. And this is very important because, well, the second one, this one here, is very important because we're gonna have to come back here to do the third class change. Second class change. To the third class. So here I'm gonna set up the shortcut for Flammy on these two characters, because depending on some fights I'm gonna end up with controlling Reese. So having the shortcut pre-configured is good to have. And now we're gonna go to Naval because the ferry, or lovely ferry, has been kidnapped. Don't ask us how someone living in my head has been kidnapped. I don't know. And the enemies, the bad guys, are asking for the Mana Sword in exchange for the life of the ferry. So obviously we're gonna do that. We're gonna give them the Mana Sword because that's what good guys do, right? Alright, so if I here and jump around here, sometimes you can skip the fight, but I'm bad at this, so this didn't work. And when you go back to this place, which are prologues area for some characters, here it's Okai, the counterpart of Reese. There's new areas that open up with new chests that you can pick up, and we're gonna do this. There's an upgrade for Reese's weapon, 6,000 gold, and a ring that will give to Duran, which will make him immune to petrify, which is the best thing we could ask for. Yep, it's around here because it's here that I have to go. Right. And one. Cutscene and two, and let's go. Now we're going for the Benevolence. So this is a boss rush, and in every area I have to pick up a question mark seed in a chest that will give me the item I need for the new class change later. So here I'm gonna do some training. I'm gonna give Reese 9 strength. I'm gonna give Duran 15 strength. And Duran is gonna equip this ring, and you're gonna equip your weapon upgrade. And also, Duran is gonna get MP boost 2 instead of the first one. Please pick up this jar, thank you. So now he will be able to use more elemental saber, meaning we can use them more easily on multiple characters through the whole fight. So you remember this place we went before, except this is a new path that has opened up. I think I missed the cycle. No, I'm just in time. Okay. So the chest I want is here. I need to not go too fast, otherwise I'll get hit by this fire pillar, which means I'll get pushed away. I'll have to go through the whole path again, and also be inflicted with darkness, which is an ailment that clouds of vision and also they makes us take additional fire damage. Alright, so focus now on this part. This. And you're gonna do this. I want you to use this on me. As you can see, because I have darkness on me, I'm getting a lot of damage. And he's gonna be in a tornado, which is the worst thing that can happen in this fight. That's why I have to destroy the... I'm gonna reset the defense buff. And because he's in a tornado, I'm gonna have to wait a bit because he has defense buff. And he's gonna use Gigantaburn, I hope. No, he did not. I want you to do this. Alright. This was a bad fight. This could have gone way better. Way better. But this is a bad fight every time he gets into tornado mode. If you manage to kill him fast enough, you avoid the tornado phase and you are way better off. Alright, pick up the CS because we had low CS. And now we're going for Light Gazer. My 2 hours and 2 minutes. I'm a bit slow. I should be under 2 hours at this point. But that's the first run. It's normal. This is only gonna get better with time and practice. Okay, just enough money here. Perfect. Exactly what I planned. My new money route is going very well. So, Light Gazer, I don't like this boss. No one liked this boss because this is a boss that does whatever he wants. And here he decides to teleport everywhere. You can't do anything and you just lose time. I'm still fine regarding my amount of cup of wishes. I used 1, so I must be down to 5, which is more than enough for now. Each areas also have chests that gives you 3 cup of wishes. So if you ever need additional ones, you can pick them up in these chests. Which means that no matter what, you can have 3 cup of wishes before every benevolence. Okay, so here's Little Cactus, and we're gonna ignore it, like we did for the whole run, up until now. Ah, please! Okay. Right, am I... Wait, I took 4 minutes against... to defeat Zanbi? That's right. No, less than 4 minutes. So, no! That Zanbi was not a very bad fight. No, not a very bad split. It's just that I'm not as ahead as I wish I could have been. Before the fight. Alright, sometimes you can skip this fight if you time this well enough. But this is not one of these days. Alright, so we're gonna open up immediately with defense buff and a up this. Yep. So here he teleported away, and because of that, my CS went nowhere. And now he's gonna start doing a lot of nasty things I do not want him to do. Come on! I'm saving my CS for now, for when he's gonna de-stagger, like here, right now. So I'm gonna cast his big spell. Alright, making sure I don't get hit when he comes back. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I missed the swap. And he doesn't have a defense down. I don't know why. Why don't you have your defense down up? Well, here I know why, but still that's annoying. Can you please do this and this? Oh my god. This is one of the worst fights I've ever had against him. He's gonna switch to this next phase soon. Need to move away! Please, thank you. That's something he can do, lightsaber on you, so he drains the damage you deal to him. Hey, die. Just die, Light Laser. Alright, so now we're going for Mispawn, so the wood elemental benevolent. And we're gonna trigger Kevin's passive, which is a conflagration passive, but way more lenient. It only gives 10%, but it triggers when you're 50% of your health or under, so safer to use. And we have a perfect opportunity to trigger it here because we have these poison pools. There's a couple of fights here you cannot skip because enemies are on the way. And here, if you stay right in the middle, you skip both of them. And here's another place with poison. So we're gonna jump above this thing, then above this one, and get hit here. Don't attack. Here you can dodge the fight if you jump above this poison here and here. There's a Dream Reed on the ground here if you need one more, but we're fine on this. You lose time if you fall in the water because this is like the quicksand. You get pushed away. And now we're very fine. gonna continue jumping on these because this is a shortcut to the boss, otherwise you have an additional room to go through. And once we're here, we're gonna evolution, give the Ran 32 this, then equip Reese with Mistborn ring, so she gets doesn't get hit as hard by this boss. And this is a boss that can go very fine, but also very poorly, and there's not much you can do about it. And I forgot to set Duran in passive, so he's gonna get me hit a lot. Like that. So because I forgot that, this fight is about to be very ugly. I did not see what was happening because my camera was in the boss. I want you to reset this on the boss and reset this on me. This is the worst attack. Where are you aiming? Duran? Duran? What was that? What did you do? Duran. That's not very nice. Alright, so regarding the pace, the current pace of the run, if I'm sub 50 at the end of the run, I'll be happy enough. I'll be happy. I need to switch the run in passive only. Not for this boss, but for the next one, and because you want him for Mistborn and Landenberg, which is after this one. So you don't want to go back to the menu to set him back to attack in this boss, because it doesn't matter that much, because this is not a very nice boss. Alright, so getting the bottom route here, then we're gonna get the top route for the rest of this labyrinth, because it's faster obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be taking this one. And sometimes the ice physics can get a bit buggy, and instead of spinning up, you'll get slowed down without any reason. Okay, so we're gonna use the Dream Read, because we need it to be night. And I don't have a setup here to trigger it in to trigger the skip, the animation skip here. So I'm just doing this. Here I'm doing fire and fire. Alright, so he's gonna summon icicles from the ceiling, and you have to destroy them to make him fall down and stagger him. And once you do your whole combo on him, it's just gonna wake up and restart the whole thing. So I'm gonna do this. And this super attack has the advantage of yeah, please fly away. I think I could have skipped this phase if I decided to go for a jar, but I don't know. I think I was too lazy. I think I thought I didn't have enough time to do it. And with that, he's dead. He's not dead because the damage width. Okay, so that's the first one. I never had that happen against this boss. I'm taking 4 minutes by boss. 6 for like Gazer because this was garbage. Alright, so now Land Ember. Let's hope it goes well enough to be one cycle. So let's not mess up. So the main thing about this boss fight is that it has two phases. The first, at the start of the fight, is invulnerable, and he has two hands, big hands that have health points, and you have to destroy his hands to make him vulnerable. And he uses a spell and a lot of other things, and we want them to target Duran, which will be far away from us, so we can just wail on him unharmed. No, I'm fine with a couple of wishes. Even with the how the last fights went. Messed up with the slight boosts there. And here, as you can see, there are green dusts, poison dusts. So we can get poisoned and reach low life for the next boss. Well, low life. It's not really that low with the passive, but oh, you took a nasty hit here, Duran. And because the corridors here are very small, it's almost impossible to skip the fights, unless you're really, really lucky. And here is the last, no, not the last. Next one is the last question marks it will need. Alright, so Riz, I need you to heal Duran. And let's go. So I'm gonna open up with you have to use this on me, then you use this on me, and this on this. Oh no, that's very unfortunate. Stone Cloud is very dangerous. Can you not target me? Thank you. This is actually very bad. Okay. Still managed to go with one cycle, but this was a very bad fight. Oh, there's a lot of very bad fight in this run. Alright, so now I have to set Duran back to always attack once I land in here. If I'm low in CS after this boss fight, it's fine because I'm gonna get back a lot for the strategy here. As you can see, I'm quite low, so I said you go back to this and pick this up. And this is a bit of a boring dungeon. It's very long and there's nothing to talk about here. It's just, you know, taking stairs and avoiding enemies. So let's just do that. Eureka, thank you. This is the first run, so I've set the goal to 2 hours 35, but yeah, for the first run I should have just aimed for a sub to 50. This would have been more realistic, but whatever. It's gonna happen one day, just not today. Also, most of these benevolence fights have been garbage. All right. Yeah, I'm not aiming for world record. Come on, let's. For now, Sika is still on another level, so. Come on, open the chest. Ah, yeah, don't worry, yeah. This is fine. Alright, let's go. Here's a good fight! Ah! I'm really glad I found that using Reese's CS1 instead of CS2 will be very, very good in this setup. Make it very way more easy to do. And thanks, that's very nice of you to say that. Unfortunately, well, maybe I can have this skill, but since we're running on PC, there's also the factor, the possibility that my computer is just not good enough for the loading times for me to be able to really compete. But yeah, we'll see. All right, so. 2, 3, 4 in 4th, so I have to add it on my ring menu. Let's do that now. Yep, it's here. Also, a few hours ago, Sika submitted a new run that we have to verify. It's a 2h45 in normal. So, yep, Sika is about to take every world glitchless world record. Alright, so dark 2. Evolution 27. 9, and everything is in strength. And you get 21, 22. No. You get this, and this, and you get this, and this. Alright, so Vanguard is gonna be without CS because I don't have anything left. So it's gonna be a bit slow, but it's Vanguard, it doesn't matter that much. It would still be a very fast fight if I don't get hit too often by his normal attacks. Yeah, I can't wait to see that too, but I think it will be close enough to normal, because I think the real bump in difficulty is going from easy to normal, because unless I'm mistaken, to me it felt like in easy you deal as much damage to the enemy as you do in beginner, you just take more. Normal really sets the bar high up. Well, I'm talking, but oh, thank you. I didn't plan for that at first, because well, this is not really a run that well, this is sub 3, so this was not in the acceptable at first. So I'm just being accepted because Zenaz needed some filler run. But yeah, it's still very good. I'm really glad that I'll be able to show this run to people in the marathon. Especially since there's been another game I run, which is called Remnants of Nemesis, that I've submitted to a marathon, accepted, and the marathon was supposed to happen in March. But 2020 happened, and it's been postponed to November. But this is still 2020, so this has been postponed again until March next year. So I have a lot of DRS to do on that game at that point. Alright, focus on this boss. Ah, come on. Come on. Oh, I hate when it does that. Yeah, I messed up this. I messed up big time. Because my allies blocked me, so I was not able to hit the right head.
Mm.
2 hours 33. I suppose this is gonna be a 2 hour and 53 minutes run. I think this is where it's going right now. But this is fine. I have to remind myself, this is fine. This is the first run. Better run will happen later. Okay, so here equip the weakest claw, so I can sell the current one I have more quickly. Nonetheless, even if it's not a great run, even close to bad, I saved a lot of time on the split of the first part that I kept. So yeah, the practice still shows its results, even in a not that great of a run. Alright, so here I need 41,650 lucre. So sell equipment, I sell this, 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 and this. No, this. No, this is enough. Okay, so buy this, this. Should have sold the sword instead of all these little weapons. Not for next time. Let's talk to the Mana Stone specialist. Oh, please, talk.
急いで暗闇の洞窟に向かいましょう。
And I have to go to the other side of the world.
場所が分かってよかったですね。
ああ、ローランと北方の暗闇の洞窟に向かおう。
Alright, since I did not use any CS almost on Jungard, I have a lot of CS for Zabelfar, so this should go very well.
ここがペダンの学者さんが言っていた暗闇の洞窟ですね。
闇のマナスト早く探せ。
Ah, the doggy. Do not get in my way. Be a good boy. This one is not a good boy.
皆さん、力を合わせて頑張ります。
一旦引くぞ。
Okay, will this Tiamat will leave me alone? That's the ghost that decided to move on the way. Okay. Here, around here, I have to use this. And then move. Okay, perfect. This is very bad. This is like the worst skill it could use. But I'm low life now, so that's also not that a bad thing. Please do that. No, let's... Oops! I swapped too early. I'm gonna save my CS for the Malocchio. Okay, that was a good fight. What can be improved is not using the CS3 with Duran and making him open the jars, so I can have more CS to use another CS2 and ends the fight with faster and with as much CS as I have right now. And now I'm going the wrong way? Wait, no, I'm not. I'm going the right way. I have to remember I need to train Kevin to be max strength and Duran to be 27 spirit. Okay. I'm not using the right CS. So he's gonna go into... Can you not do that? He did not use his super attack somehow. I don't know why, but I mean, sure, okay. This way. Open this. Wow, he appeared early. Never saw him appear this early. But till now. Oh, come on.
あの炎の先進みたい。でもどうやって？
まずは敵を全部倒してその後で考えましょう。諦めません。まだです。一旦引くぞ。
It's always difficult to navigate in this castle because of how the worlds, the walls hitbox are tricky. I messed up. Oh. Wow, double stagger. It was this fight was that bad. This is not enough for Reese. Should have picked up another jar. Shoot. Let's hope it still will work fine for House Beats. I'm just gonna save my CS for Belladonna. Oh. Ah, perfect. She's dead then. Right, so evolution, Duran full strength, and Reese gets 32. Reese gets, instead of this, she gets offensive, and you get offensive posture. Now I'm full CS. Alright, so Belladonna, I have full CS, so unless I mess up my swaps, it should be very fine. I forgot to split. This and this. Wrong CS.
私がくじけずに立てたのです。父の無念、母の思いが私を支えてくれた。エリオット、私たち家族の愛に守られていることを伝えるために。
And she's not deaf down. Ah, why does this keep happening in his run?
愛なんて何の役にも立たないのよ。力がなければ何も守れないことを。体の痛みなど心の痛みに比べれば。私の思い見せてあげます。
Yeah, 53. Enough CS for the final boss, yes. Let's go, Mana Sanctuary! Let's go, 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 go! Nice, very nice skip. I did not get stuck behind the railings. Alright, let's go. You're gonna use this. No more attack, no more attack, no more attack. Time. Just as I said, 2 hours, 53 minutes. because I messed up a swap. Messed up a CS swap. Otherwise it would have been a 52. But yeah, very good. Sum of best currently being 2 hours 48 because I did not kept the I have not imported the best split I had on the training, so that's why it's not that low. Okay, so let's just go back to the start so we can see the overall in each chapter. So yeah, still a 5-minute PB. Just like I said before, even if it's not a good run, the practice I've made shows because of the 5 minutes on a bad run. But yeah, prologue being well, it's an okay time. I still don't know why how Sika gets his 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the prologue. I need to get his run on a video editor to see to compare it to mine, to see what the 10-second difference is from. Chapter 1 was fine, I guess. Yeah. Krabby was okay. Was okay. The machine golem fights was pretty nice. I just forgot to enable the CS usage on my allies, so I lost a bit of time compared to what I could have got. But it was a good fight anyway. Geoliter, I messed up a roll and got hit, so I did not get the no damage fight. But it was a nice fight anyway. This is a split we don't really care about. There's not much time to win. I lost 10 seconds because the fights were bad. So here, I don't know why I gained so much time. That must have been a very bad split. All the training is just showing off. Harsipit was... I think something went bad against Harsipit. I don't remember what exactly. Oh yeah, this split was very bad because I was about to reset the Water Claw on Kevin with Reese, and Reese got hit, so the item got cancelled and removed from my inventory. So I had to deal with the last third of its HP without water damage. So that means that not only I was dealing less damage, but he kept using his fire attacks, which are devastating. That's why I lost time when I should have gotten when I should have saved more. Lawrence save. A good Lawrence save should be 1 hour 2 minutes. a good split should be around 1 hour 2 minutes and whatever seconds. Gorva was it was okay. I was a bit scared on the end of the fight because I could have maybe reached for a CS jar and finished with a Kevin CS2, but I decided to just play safe, and it was still fine because it did go for its final attack, for another charge attack. The flute get was just good, okay. Bill and Ben was good, but I forgot to use the defense down on most of the fight, so could be even better. The robots were not great because my slide attacks have never hit 2 robots at once, so a lot of time to gain here. Lugar was bad, I don't know why. I need to rewatch what went wrong. Gear Divine was okay. The start went weird, but it worked, so as long as I don't get destroyed, it's fine. So I don't know why I gained so much time here on this chapter. I thought it was already pretty much in my good in my runs, but guess I was wrong. And Xanbi was bad. He went into Tornado, and Tornado is bad because you have to destroy the statue and not deal damage. That's damage you do not deal to him. Light Gazer was atrociously bad. It was garbage. He did all the bad things. Miss Palm was fine. I forgot to set up Duran in support, so that he stayed far away and do not pull the attacks on me. But I think I died a couple of times still. I had to use a couple of wishes. Figmoon was Figmoon. I'm starting to hate this fight now because I'm doing it in 4th position. I preferred when I was doing it in 1st and only having 3 cycles. Now it's always 4 cycles no matter what I do, so I just go in, not care about the strat, do some CS swap, and the fight is done. And that makes me kinda hate this fight. Landember was I was gonna say it was a disaster, but a disaster would be not being able to one-cycle him, which still happened, but it was pretty bad. Dolan went very well, managed to find the proper setup to make it more reliable, and it showed. And Vanguard was garbage. Zabelfar was good. Malokio was weird, but not that bad. Yeah. FMH refight was not great. Yeah, it was not great. I wanted to 2 stagger. Should only get 1. Xeno Abyss was fine. I got blown away once, but otherwise the CS swaps went in pretty easily. Harsipit, I did not have the CS for Reese, but the fight was a bit slow at the beginning, but she went for Supersonic, so the 2/3 of the life she had left went down very easily. Belladonna was bad. She should go down with a single CS swap, and it went very bad. Everyone died almost, and I missed a CS swap on the final boss. So, whoop, not great. Let's just see my in-game time, even if I played a bit of cutscenes. Yes, I'm gonna save here. 2 hours 31 minutes. Oh, so soon enough I will be able to sub 2:30